Story.
That's right, Catherine. At the beginning of this month, the Wyoming Senate approved a bill that would prevent people hitting the voting polls from changing their political parties on primary election day. Now, I was able to sit down and talk with Dave Dodson, who ran for U.S. Senate this past year. And although John Barrasso won, Dave said he learned more about himself, about the state, and about the political process. And that those 7 months were the hardest he's ever worked in his life. And he's a little bit concerned about this bill.
The advantage of open primaries and ranked choice voting is really simple. It means that the candidate who has the majority of support from the state is the candidate that wins the election. It's also inexpensive and inefficient for the state to run, and that's why more and more states and municipalities are adopting it.
It could lead to lawsuits, reduce voter participation, especially among young new voters, and will make it tough to join the Republican Party.
The problem with the current proposal that's being crammed through the legislature is it would become, believe it or not, the second most restrictive primary rules in the nation. The only state that is more restrictive would be New York, and they're now suffering lawsuits as a result of it.
The bill is currently the GOP's top priority legislation this year, but the effect of it would be disenfranchising a substantial amount of voters.
But I don't understand why the Wyoming GOP is making this their #1 priority. Their #1 priority should be health care reform. It should be solving the student loan crisis. It should be making sure that our Social Security system is stable. It should be solving the problem with our veterans who don't have access to health care. Why those are not the priorities, I don't know.
When asked what his future plans are, Dave smiled and said that his focus since the election has been on how to fix the process, and that's where all of his energy is being focused right now.